Okay, welcome back. Last time we started up the post-game of Pokemon Black, and we made our way all the way over to Undella Town. I'm stocking up on more Pokeballs, because I'll need them for my remaining encounters. And also, I'm going to quickly run over and talk to this lady. The sea, it's a source of life. The sea, it's a lot of water. So teach this move to your Pokemon and you can dive into the sea. So now we have HM06, Dive. I won't need it just now, but I do have it. Inside this hidden machine is Dive. The darkest parts of the sea are called diving points, and if you use Dive there, you can dive all the way to the bottom of the sea. So basically, I will need that in the semi-near future, because I will need that to go into the Abyssal Ruins, and to just kind of show what that is. I also have an encounter in the Undella Bay, and I'll come back and get that then. Hopefully it's not going to be something super amazing. But basically, the plan for today's episode is quite simple. I just want to finish the loop and get myself back to Opelucid City. Okay, so, also I moved Sparky to the front of the party, mostly because I know that the trainers out here are going to be super high level, and Sparky is quite strong, and if something's going to get one-shot anyway, I might as well just use a Pokemon that can maybe one-shot them right back. Okay, I did not think those... Okay, hopefully they don't have anything too dangerous. Because I did not think they were going to react to me running. You know, people who are already moving typically don't seem to. Well, that's potentially a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, Wailord and Flygon. So I want to get Sparky out of here immediately and go to Grover. Okay, Sparky can't be switched out. Something must have Arena Rare. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to have to full send it. Basically, Fafnir is just going to Draco Meteor this Flygon. And Contrary will raise its special attack, so we should be okay. Because now we're +2 special attack. And also, both my Pokemon... Okay, yeah, both my Pokemon get a level up. Fortunately, because we're fighting Pokemon that are significantly higher level... because we're fighting Pokemon that are way higher level, we're getting a lot more experience than we would normally get. And will Thunderbolt one-shot. It is Light Ball boosted. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to actually one-shot. That's kind of insane. Like, I know that Wailord isn't exactly the best super defensive Pokemon. I know that it has more HP than it has defense, but still. Okay, let's quickly surf on out here, because I know that there's Doubles Grass out here, and hopefully we can find something good in this Doubles Grass. Okay, we found a Tanga Berry, and is there another item here? We found a Magnet. I mean, I don't really need these, but hey, I'll take them. And our encounter is... I mean, the choice is very obvious here. Like, we can go with either a Spearow or a Manaphy. I think the choice is pretty cut and dry. It's going to be Manaphy. However, I now have to try to catch a Manaphy, so this could take a little while. Wait. No, it was Fione. It was Fione that I saw way earlier in the game. It was Fione that I saw way earlier in the game, and that had Truant. So that would have been pretty bad. I'm very glad I switched out to Grover. Mostly just because if that had hit Sparky, I think it actually could have killed him. And I'll go for Surf here, mostly because I know that since it's water type, this won't do too much to Manaphy. Okay, I knew it wouldn't do that much damage to Manaphy. That's still honestly shockingly low damage. Like, I know Manaphy is a mythical Pokemon. Manaphy is a mythical Pokemon, so it has the same kind of stats and everything. I'm gonna risk a crunch. Basically, Manaphy has the same stats as Mew, as Celebi, as Jirachi, as Shaman, I believe, and as Victini, I think. I'm sure that there's probably a couple of others. Basically, it just has, like, base 100 across the board. And hopefully, we can catch this Manaphy without too much hassle. 1, 2, 3... It just worked! Manaphy, I guess Manaphy just really wanted to come with. So, thank you, Manaphy. Big fan of your work. You have the coolest egg in Pokemon. Now, what else could I have had out here? I mean, realistically, I don't think I'm going to see anything better than a Manaphy, but still. Imagine if that had been the encounter one. It's just like, yeah, he has Lugia and Manaphy. I still would have gone with Manaphy because Lugia would have been dupes. Because Lugia was my Reshiram, but still. Now, let me get out of this grass. So, I can only assume that Manaphy must be a super common encounter in this grass. Because, either my luck is insane, or I've just encountered 3 of those things back to back. And I unintentionally ran back in. And there's Lugia. Okay, yeah, Lugia and Manaphy both must have been common encounters out here. That is kind of insane. Also, I will note, Manaphy is one of those legendaries that can just be used as a normal Pokemon. So in the event that I choose to add it to the team, it won't take up 2 party slots like Lugia or Ho-Oh or Mewtwo or something good. Also, I don't remember if that fisherman is a trainer, so I'm a little bit scared, so I'm not gonna fight him. You know what? If I surf into this, what could I have had? What could my encounter have been with a surfing spot? We could have had an Explode. Okay. I mean, obviously Manaphy is way better than Explode, but I honestly wouldn't have minded it. Because Explode is kind of interesting as a Pokemon. It's a Pokemon that I've always been quite fond of, even though I will be the first person to admit it's maybe not all that amazing. But it's maybe not all that amazing as a Pokemon, but I don't know, I've always been quite fond of Explode. It was just one of those Pokemon that became a kind of a regular in my playthroughs of Ruby and Sapphire. I have to specify Ruby and Sapphire. Okay, TM46, Sacred Fire. So anything I can teach Thief, I can teach Sacred Fire is kind of nice. But yeah, I have to specify Ruby and Sapphire, mostly because I didn't really play all that much Emerald when I was a kid. I played through Emerald maybe once or twice when I was young. What am I doing? I'm hunting for treasure! Treasure hunting is fun. Sometimes things are buried in the sand dunes. Actually, I just found something. But it's the same one as I found before, so I'll give this to you. Okay, a shoal shell. That is actually worthless. But okay, thanks. Now, I don't actually need to go into this house. I don't need to go into this house because I know exactly what's in here. I don't need to, but I will anyway. Basically, this guy just teaches your Pokemon Blast Burn, Hydro Cannon, and Frenzy Plant, so he can only teach that to the starters. However, obviously, I have a whole bunch of starters. What's that? A letter fell from the sky. Yes, because we are going to go and help this girl and her Wingull. I don't think it's actually her Wingull, I think she just kind of saw it. Also, I feel like I probably mentioned it when I caught one earlier in the game. I really don't like Basculin. Mostly because of my time playing Pokemon X and Y. I found so many shiny ones, and they always just went for Final Gambit, and it upset me a bit. Okay, so we found a Shell Bell. Oh, that's kind of nice. And let's talk... Okay, let's quickly run into something we find. Oh, I had a Beautifly once upon a time. Actually, technically, like, 3 times upon a time? Actually, probably even 4 times. Because I've had one in a few playthroughs. This Wingull looks like it lost 3 grams on Route 13. I wish I could help it. Don't worry, Wingull. I'm on it. I'm on the case. Okay, so there is letter number 1. Sorry, that's letter number 2, apparently. You know what, I will throw on a Repel just for my own convenience, because I don't really want to get interrupted by encounters every 5 steps. The irony of me being someone who I don't know, I feel like it's kind of ironic. I don't really mind random encounters too much, but when I can avoid them, it's a hassle. Looking for a gram, are you? Well, could this be it? It fell on my head just now. Yeah, give this to Wingull. Okay, cool, thanks. Okay, so that's Gram 1, so we have 2, and this Parasol Lady should have the third one. No, that was the wrong one. They were further down. Okay, hopefully this person doesn't have anything dangerous, because as I've already established, these people are high-level 70s. That's a Feraligatr. Okay. Scary, concerning. What would Feraligatr have at level 76? I have an awful feeling it has superpower. I'm going to go out to Galio for this. I'm going to go out to Galio because I have an awful feeling it has superpower. Does it? It does have superpower. I shouldn't be coin flipping. I should have known it would have Aqua Tail. Well, that's Galio dead. That is absolutely Golurk dead. Okay, so unfortunately, goodbye Golurk. That was my bad. I don't even have an excuse for that. I just forgot about Aqua Tail. I'm gonna set up Reflect. It shouldn't have Ice Fang at this level. Okay, so it's shown Aqua Tail, Superpower, Hydro Pump. It probably doesn't have Crunch. It probably doesn't have Crunch. It's shown Superpower. It's shown Aqua Tail. So it has 2 water moves, a fighting move, and some other 4th move that I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be Scary Face at this level. It would have forgotten. Okay, there it is. Thrash. Thrash is its last move. Okay, and now we just Magical Leaf for the win. Fantastic. However, there's 2 Pokemon left on this lady's team, and these are going to be scary. Okay, Hariyama. Oh, I don't have anything for Hariyama, actually. Hold on. I don't have anything for this. Wait. I do. Heavy Slam. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. Oh, never mind. Okay, maybe Hariyama is not as heavy a Pokemon as I think it is. Or maybe Meganium is way heavier than I think it is. It's one of those 2 things. Who knows? Maybe it's both. Either that or Reflect is just coming in insanely helpful. Okay, so it's shown Endure. It's shown Heavy Slam. It has Reversal. That is scary now. Because Reversal will do more damage the lower health it has. And, you know what, I think I'm just gonna risk it. Okay, it's going for Reversal again. Because, actually, I think I'm probably better off. Okay, there's Endure. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with Magical Leaf here and just whittle it down. Because I'm not too confident about the switch-in. But pretty much, Sparky does have Wing Attack, and also Light Ball powered up, Pure Power powered up. Okay, Tangrowth. I think I should be good to take on a Tangrowth. Cinnamon should be okay to take on Tangrowth. But yeah, trainers out here are kind of scary. Actually, that isn't great for me. That was a lot of damage. But 1 or 2 Fire Punches from Flareon should be enough here. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's worse than I thought. Okay, that's minus attack and defense. I'm still just going to go for the Fire Punch. Our Reflect should still be up, so we should be okay. And we got a crit. Fantastic. Good job, Cinnamon. Good job, Cinnamon. Good job, Grover. Good job, everybody. 10 out of 10. We don't die, but we do lose Galio. That is very sad, actually. Why did the letter I mailed fall from the sky? I got it. Wait, Wingull dropped it. Here it is. Please give this to Wingull. Tell Wingull not to drop it this time. Okay, so that is all 3 letters. And now I need to go and, I don't know, find something to replace Golurk, and also, honestly, I'm just going to try to avoid trainers, I think. For my own safety, it's definitely for the best. So pretty much, my goal right now is avoid trainers, don't die, and get the rest of my encounters. Because people are scary right now. Oh, great. Could that be the gram? Let's show it to Wingull. Okay, so that is all 3 letters. We've got them all. Wingull. This helps Wingull a lot. Okay. Thanks, Wingull. Safe flight. Wingull flew away looking happy. Oh, something's on the ground. TM89 Flare Blitz. Game, please. Game, I have not asked for much. And when I have, I usually haven't gotten it. But if there was a time. And of course my only Pokemon that's on the team that can learn it is my Hydreigon. That would get no benefit from it. Okay, I'm gonna wait and dodge around this kid, because I don't want to fight him. And this is all still the same route, I believe. I could have... Okay, I already have a Charmander, but hey, that could have been a cool encounter. Also, 10 out of 10. There's some Gen 1 Pokemon right there. Honestly, at some point, maybe I should do a playthrough on Gen 1. Like, on actual, original Gen 1. Because I have not played those games in an extremely long time. And I kind of want to go back and try them again. But also, I have a list of things that I also want to do, so who knows? Maybe one day. Also, I'm gonna try to dodge this lady. I'm gonna wait for it to turn again. And we walk. Fantastic. We've made it! Also, access to the giant chasm is over there. We will be coming back to the giant chasm at some point in the semi-near future. And I believe... I know Undella Town does have lore, but I don't think it's actually important until Black and White 2. Obviously, because Black and White 2 ties into the legend of the legendary Pokemon that we find out there. Okay, let's quickly talk to the people here, see if they give us anything. Okay, they just tell me the story of gym badges. You know about Gracidea flowers. Since early times in Sinnoh, people made it a bouquet of Gracidea flowers to give someone to show their feelings of appreciation. I don't have anything to do ever since I took a post here. Since nobody goes out at night, it's very peaceful. Fair enough. I say, recording this at like 10 PM, as you can see by the clock in the top left. Top right. Okay, this Manaphy had Magnet Pull Manaphy. Okay, interesting. Now, tragically, let's make a deposit into the death box. I am so sorry, Golurk. That death was totally avoidable. Like, that is entirely on me. I have no excuse. Bulbasaur. I can buy... Okay. I will allow myself one Master Ball. I will allow myself to buy one Master Ball. And while I'm here, I'm just going to buy 30 Heart Scales, and that should be enough for everything for the rest of the game. Why could I have not gotten these way earlier? I would have loved to have had access to Heart Scales at any point before the post-game. Okay, a Relic Silver. Like, I would have loved to have had access to whatchamacallit, way earlier. That would have been great, in fact. This is just I guess I was just in that building. Well, in that window, I suppose. Okay, so let's quickly head on out to a... Okay, this is going to sound a bit weird. I've always weirdly liked this route. I have no reason to actually care about this one specific route, but I've always been fond of it, and I don't know why. Okay, we find a rocky helmet. You know what? I am going to move Sparky out of the front here. I'm going to put Penta and Grover out front, mostly just because they're my kind of bulkiest Pokemon. And let's see what we can get in Doubles Grass here. Hopefully I won't regret the decision. Our encounter is... well, I'm now scared. I think I leave this. Straight up, I think I just run away. Because this Weezing could explode. I think You know what? No, I'm gonna risk it. I'm risking the game. I'm setting up a light screen, and I am aqua jetting this Weezing. I'm gonna try to get rid of. I'm gonna try to get rid of the Weezing. Hopefully, it doesn't explode. But I'm setting up light screen because Deoxys is scary. Okay, Psycho Shift. I'm not too worried about that. Psycho Shift is not a worry in the slightest. Psycho Shift basically just moves status ailments around. So if I had a Pokemon with Psycho Shift and it was burned and then I used that, it would just move it onto whatever the target was. Oh! Oh no, no, no! Grover had been with me for so long. I'm genuinely annoyed and upset at that. Right, okay, you know what? Hydreigon, kill. Like, I am now actually annoyed at this Weezing. Okay, +2 Aqua Jet whittles it down to less than half. And then we miss the Draco. We miss the Draco, but you know what? That's fine. Because we can go again. We can go again with the Draco. There we go. Thank you, Hydreigon. Thank you for killing this Weezing. There's something even more annoying because I know that I have the Weezing. I have a Weezing in the PC. And I tried to whittle it down because of all that. I knew it would have had a poison move. I know it would have had a poison move. But, you know, it critted me through the light screen, and yeah, I'm upset. I don't know how much that's coming across, but I'm a little bit upset. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna risk a Surf, I think. I'm gonna risk a Surf. It's split damage, so hopefully this doesn't kill. Hopefully it doesn't. And it killed anyway, so effectively Grover just died for nothing. Meganium effectively just died for nothing. Well, that's not how I wanted my Saturday night to go, but hey, here we are. You know what? I don't think these Deoxys even have an attacking move. Straight up, I don't think they have an attacking move. You know what, just to add insult to injury, what could I have had if I just went into the singles grass? What could I have had? Okay, yeah, Clamperl's pretty bad. I mean, I say that, but the last time I played randomized, the last time I did a fully randomized Nuzlocke was the last time I played Platinum, and I had a speed boost Gorbase, and it was actually kind of insane. Okay, a potential Togekiss, that wouldn't have been bad. Togekiss is really strong. Togekiss is just generally a really solid Pokemon. Honestly, Togekiss could have wiped me out early in the game. And because you may recall, way back at the start of the game, when we fought N, when we fought N just before the second gym, he had a Togekiss, and I had no real answer for it. Okay, I could have had an Eevee out here. Well, let's go and commend Grover of a Death Box, I suppose. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm less annoyed at that Weezing. I'm more annoyed at myself because I managed to get Grover killed for nothing. I didn't even catch the Deoxys. If I'd caught the Deoxys, I think I would have at least felt a little bit better about it. Because, you know, I at least would have caught something potentially really strong to balance it out. But no, I effectively just let my second oldest Pokemon die for nothing. But hey, we all make mistakes in Nuzlocke. Sometimes it's part of the game, I suppose. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop being potentially a little bit over dramatic and just keep moving on, I suppose. Okay, we found a white herb. That's not really gonna do anything for me. I think this should be a TM here. Okay, TM 55, high jump kick. I forget what 55 normally is. I think in Gen 4, I think it's Brine, but I don't actually remember what it normally is here. Okay, Pokemon Outbreak on Route 3. Also, I'm pretty sure in Black and White 2, I'm pretty sure this actually gets explained. Like, you hear what their Pokemon actually is. And we've now made it to the village bridge. Is this where you get stopped in this one? Or is that in Black and White 2? It must be in Black and White 2. In Black and White 2, a guy stops you here, and he's like, yes, fight me. I'm, like, 99-0. Like, I'm on a 99 win streak. You will be person number 100. And then you beat him, and it kind of, like, destroys his confidence, I guess. But while I'm here at Village Bridge, I might as well do a couple of other things. I'm just going to cycle back across, because I know that there is doubles grass here. 10 out of 10 today on I Never Learn. Today on Not Learning Your Lesson After a Tragedy. Me losing 2 Pokemon in 2 back-to-back double encounters, and going in for a third. But you know what? I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for something good. I don't know why this guy is named, though. Like, that is one mystery of Unova that I just don't understand. Okay, my encounter is a Mantine. I mean, look, I love Mantine. Mantine is one of my favorite Johto Pokemon. I would love to use one, but it's coming in a little bit late. But when I eventually do Heart Gold, Soul Silver again, I would love to use a Mantine. Mantine, one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, and I think it's super cute, I think it's super reliable. I know that it does have that giant glowing weakness to electricity, but yeah, it's one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. It's like, Mantine, Houndoom. But if you ask me, off the top of my head, Johto All-Star Team, no starters, no legendaries, no Umbreon or Espeon allowed, I would probably say Mantine, Ampharos, Houndoom, Heracross, and then I kinda run out of steam a bit on that. I don't really know. Johto doesn't have a massive amount of Pokemon that I'm, like, super fond of. And then I'll play Johto again and I'll be like, oh yeah, this thing's great, actually. Maybe a Misdreavus. I know that Miss Magius exists, but I've always been quite fond of Misdreavus. And honestly, I wish I just had access to Thunder Wave. Actually, wait. I do have access to Thunder Wave now. But it would also be very impractical, because I'd be teaching Thunder Wave to Sparky. Also, I do wish I could just play this the Gen 2 and Gen 3 way, where it's like, hey, something's using a 2-turn move. Cool, I can still just throw a ball. You know what, I'm going to go for a netball because it is a water type, so this might work. It did not work. Because we could be here for a little while. On the plus side, I have a couple of other things I'd like to ramble about. So this episode should be going up on Wednesday. So this should be a Wednesday episode. Capsule Monster Coliseum should have finished yesterday. As of the time of me recording this video, I still don't actually know what I'm doing for Thursday's video. But after I finished Capsule Monster Coliseum, I kind of sat and just ended up thinking, I kind of want to play more of this. So I kind of just went, hey, what if I do like a challenge playthrough of it? And I played through the entire game again, and for this challenge, I just kind of recorded the gameplay for it, so I don't have any commentary. And then I realized, yeah, I could turn this into a video, but like, I don't really know how to script and format it for each duel. So I don't know. At some point, you might see that video pop up. If you don't, okay, at some point you might get, like, actually kind of somewhat semi-competently explained video on it. If you don't, you'll just see the playthrough might just pop up on French players quietly. Yeah, as like, hey, can I do this in Capsule Monster Coliseum? And the answer is yes. I mean, realistically, in pretty much all cases of, in almost all cases of a, hey, can you do this in a game? The answer is almost always yes. The answer is, like, with very frequently yes. So the question is realistically less, can you do this, and more, how hard would it be to do this? But hey, you know what, that's me just being, that is just me being pedantic. I'm very good at being pedantic. I don't even know if that's the right word. I just like the word pedantic. It sounds fun. Anyway, so yeah, at some point that could be a secondary video that could turn up on French Talks About. I don't know. Oh, but I don't know. I might bring it up every now and then. I'll keep you posted. Canvas Mantine stained the ball. Thank you, Mantine. But genuinely, thank you, Mantine. And that could have taken a very long time. Because Mantine is weirdly difficult to catch. I remember Mantike. I think Mantike is actually the same catch rate. Okay, we found an Earth Plate. Like, I'm relatively certain that Mantike has the same catch rate. And we found a Power Weight. So that's another one of the EV items. Yeah, also, why is this guy named... what is piercing my mind as a sad sound? What's piercing my heart as a cold night wind? The only things that come out of my mouth are my whistle tunes and my complaints about... and complaints about my life. This bridge is a meeting place for people like me who like to complain. Damn. Damn, he really is the Pokemon community. Okay, yeah, sorry. Sorry, that was like the lowest possible hanging fruit. Like, genuinely, that was like the easiest lowest hanging fruit possible. That was, I think that definitely falls under the category of a cheap shot. So, yeah, apologies for that. Actually, hang on, wait, is this here in Black and White 1? 10 out of 10, time for me to investigate and surf. And also there's a little island where I should probably check out, because I'm pretty sure there's a hidden item there. Also, this is still the village bridge, this isn't a new encounter. Okay, I could have had a Trico. I already have a Trico. Okay, cool. So I do have a potential Sceptile as a replacement for Grover. Will I use it? Who knows? Okay, we have an Inquiry Mail, okay. You know, maybe when I randomize this, I shouldn't have had all of the mails. It'll just be a thing. Huh. I guess it isn't here. In Black and White 2, there's like a hole in this. Like, there's a hole in the bridge there. And you can, like, walk in. Walk in and there's someone singing. I guess that's, I guess part of the village bridge maybe fell away with time, who knows? Honestly, Sunkern is an interesting Pokemon to me because I want Sunkern to be good. I want Sunkern to be good because I want Sunflora to be good. I'm sure I mentioned this earlier in the playthrough when I got the absolute business from a Sunflora. Genuinely, I got absolutely messed up by a Sunflora back in the Castelia City gym. I try not to think about it, because, again, I got absolutely messed up by a Sunflora of all Pokemon. Okay, a Cassib Berry, that is doing absolutely nothing for me, but okay. Yeah, I think this is a TM out here, and I might be wrong, but hey, I might as well pick it up regardless. No, it was an Asperberry. And I can't use items in battle, so that doesn't even work. Well, I can use held items in battle, and a berry would kind of classify as that, but still. Okay, let's do this, because we have one more route, I believe. I think we have one more route, and then we arrive back in Opelucid City. I think. Pokemon love village sandwiches too. A berry topping is crucial to the taste. Okay, also, whatchamacallit, Heatran is currently flying around there. Do I risk it one more time? I saw them turn around and walked right into it. And they're speaking French. I don't speak French. I saw something about battle. Wait. Hold on. Are they from Kalos? If they're speaking French, like, if they're speaking French in a Pokemon game, I just assume they must be from Kalos. Like, I assume Fantina in Gen 4. I assume she's from Kalos as well. Or at least, like, has Kalosian roots. And it feels kind of weird referring to something as being Kalosian. Also, Legends ZA, 10 out of 10, they very funny how they announced what the Z is, and it's like, hey, you just... It's basically just like a ranking system, which is kind of funny to me. Also, absolutely insane how that one guy in the trailer was like, yeah, I'm gonna win, and then I'm gonna outlaw all forms of transport that aren't taxis. Big taxis, strongest warrior. Okay, so, wait, I have this Mantine. I should be able to teach that Waterfall to get down there. Do I risk the double battle one more time? You know what, I'm nothing if not committed. Let's do it. Let's get rid of Bounce, because Bounce, honestly, one, I don't like Bounce too much as a move, and two, I feel like I've been personally attacked by Bounce in this game so many times. I feel like every time I've been hit by something that uses Bounce, I've always gotten paralyzed from it. Okay, let's try to dodge that guy, because I don't really want to fight another trainer if I can avoid it. Okay, my encounter is... a Celebi! Oh. Wait. I think I remember I saw a Celebi way earlier in the game. I'm fairly certain this thing has Truant. But hey, you know what? I might as well try to catch the little onion thing. Okay, that was a big crit on Surf. So let's just throw an Ultra Ball and see where we end up. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I mean, hey, it nearly stayed in. It doesn't have Truant. It must have had a secondary ability available. Okay. Okay, Celebi is suddenly available and usable. Okay. Hold on. Celebi is now actually a Pokemon I could catch and use. Okay, 10 out of 10. Just stays in the ball. Let's go, Celebi. Okay, the time travel Pokemon, Psychic Grass type. And let's see... Actually, no, I'll save that for when I get back to the Pokemon Center. Okay, what else could I have found out here? A Machamp. That would be dupes, because I have a Machoke, but still. Like, that would be dupes, but still. Man, I just got hit with a horrible realization. Since I lost Grover, I lost my dual screens. I hope I have another Pokemon available to me that can learn those, because that was an invaluable support Pokemon, now that I actually think about it, that was an insane support Pokemon that I've lost, and sometimes support Pokemon can be very helpful. Okay, I guess Machamp is just very common in this grass. Okay, so let's quickly run away. Fortunately, Penta is relatively fast, and this is a Max Revive. Okay. I was kind of hoping for a TM, but I guess we can't win them all. I should have waited, I didn't see him. Okay, okay. What's the worst thing I could possibly see right now? I mean, a ground type is pretty bad. A throw is not great. Okay, what do I do here? What do I do? This thing probably has Storm Throw, and that's a guaranteed crit. You have Power Mantine, and Suction Cups Celebi. Okay, so I go out to Mantine. I definitely go out to Mantine, because Mantine should be safe. This thing should only realistically have... Okay, Super Power? That's scary. Or at least it would. But hit very hard. Okay. Let's go out to... Let's go out to Cinnamon, I guess. It's on -1 now. It is on -1, so I feel a little bit safer. It goes for superpower again, so it's going to be on -2. Cinnamon can hopefully tank that. Oh. Okay, so this is really bad. I'm just going to full send it. I'm just going to full send on the Fire Punch. It's on -2. It's on -2, so we're effectively doing double damage. We get a burn. Get a burn, it's on -2, but I think that's Cinnamon dead as well. Okay, so I lose Cinnamon. Okay, what do I do now? You know what? This is what I do now. I go out to Fafnir, and I Draco. I just have to Draco him. So here's the thing. I have Contrary, so my special attack goes up by 2. So Hydreigon gets the kill. An Unpheasant comes in, that's fine. We drop another Draco on him. We just are dropping meteors. We are just, you know, I don't know. I don't know, for each of my Pokemon that have fallen in this episode, a meteor falls from the sky and wipes out someone. And I guess Beedrill, if I had missed that, if I'd missed that Draco and lost my Hydreigon to a Beedrill, I was going to be livid. But okay. So, after this absolute calamity, I'm going to finish off this episode by getting back to Opelucid City, and then I don't even know. I don't know what to do from here. So I still have Challenger's Cave to do, I still have the Legendaries episode to do, and I still have the final episode to do. I haven't decided on what order I'll do the Challenger's Cave and the Legendaries episode. Either way, I'm going to have to do some training and to get some new Pokemon. Either way, I'm going to need to get some new Pokemon and hopefully not die. Also, 10 out of 10, don't worry about it. This horrendous screen tearing is just a legendary being around. Okay, it's whittled its way down a little bit for now. So I want to dodge this guy if at all possible. I just need to wait for him to turn. And we move, and we move, and we move. Okay. So I need to find 3 more Pokemon. I need to train up some new things. I don't know if I'm actually going to sit and train things anymore, because, you know, I'm pretty much at the end of the game. I might just start genning in rare candies to, you know, finally get everything sorted out. But anyway, I'm going to heal and put Cinnamon in the death box, I suppose, and hopefully we'll be okay. Yeah, I'm genuinely kind of sad about all of these losses in today's episode. Okay, so Cinnamon can go into the death box, and now I can also drop Mantine and Celebi. No, that's a Shuppet. And Celebi into just the PC. So I still have Empoleon, Hydreigon, and Pikachu left, and I need to find 3 new things to kind of just replace stuff. So I'll either be doing the Legendaries episode or Challenger's Cave in the next episode, and then we'll have the finale after I do those 2. So we have 3 episodes left, assuming I haven't forgotten anything else. But I'm going to end off today's calamity of an episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. There should be something tomorrow, I don't know what it is yet. And then this game, Pokemon Black, should be finishing off next week. And we should also have a new series starting on Monday as well. But hey, I'll mention that again on Friday anyway. Anyway, okay, thanks for watching. Later.